Reyes, and I'm here today with one of our branch managers from Malibu, Shawn Aragon. Hi, Shawn.
Hi, Suzanne.
One of the questions that we see quite a bit is the closing time period. The contract usually says or can say 45 days. Is that a reliable time period?
As escrow, we work tirelessly to make those contingency timeframes. There are several items that can hinder that. It can be from loan contingencies, appraisals, to demands. It can be HOA. There can be many factors that come into play on that. As escrow, we will do the best we can to make sure we adhere to those contingencies.
And once escrow opens, our clients receive a huge packet. How soon do they need to get it in?
Clients really need to get that paperwork completed and back to escrow as soon as possible. There are several factors that we need in order to process the escrows. For a seller, we need to get your loan information, homeowners association, and your grant deed. We need to make sure the signatures are correct, the notary has completed this correctly, and that there's not going to be anything to hold up at the close of escrow. As for the buyers, we need to find out your vesting. We need to make sure that we can get this over to your lender if you're taking a loan so that all the information is complete and we do not hold up any of these time frames. The sooner you get it back, the better it is.
Sometimes our clients have questions that they would like to refer back to escrow. Can escrow give any advice?
As escrow, we cannot advise the clients. We will refer you to your legal advisor or your tax advisor. As escrow, we are a neutral third party. We collect the documentation from the buyer and seller, make sure everything is in line so that we can close the escrow.
Clients typically ask about closing costs. What would you say to them?
In escrow, we'll generate multiple closing statements, estimated closing statements. We'll give a client a breakdown of the fees and what we estimate that the closing costs will be. This can change during the escrow according to time frames. Once we get the buyer's loan documents, we'll have an idea of what the exact loan fees are, so we can then tell the client how much money they'll need to bring in. It's the same thing for a seller. We'll wait for the payoff statement and we'll do an estimated closing statement. Everything is estimated until the day of closing. On the day of closing, we will balance that file to the penny, and any monies due to the clients will be refunded at that time.
How soon do clients need to get their money in to close escrow?
Clients should have their funds to escrow 48 business hours prior to the close. If they have a 401k or an investment account, they need to make sure that those funds are readily accessible. They should be able to wire the funds, not an ACH deposit.
And the day of closing, what exactly happens?
On the day of closing, title company will take the documents to the recorder's office. They'll record the deed of trust and the grant deed. That will transfer title from the seller to the buyer.
Can they move in that day?
Well, that's determined. Possession is determined on the purchase contract. You'll have a time of possession, and at any time the clients can change that time of possession.
Thank you, Shawn. Are there any other suggestions that you might have for us?
If your clients have any further questions or need any more details about escrow, they should keep a really open line of communication with their escrow officer and contact them at any time.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for tuning in.